Hey, old man. You were acting all tough earlier today when giving me those instructions, right? I think you'd better think twice next time before doing that.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
I think you know who I'm the daughter of, right? If you keep something like that up with me, then you'll never have a chance of moving up here.
Moving up? I know that you're the daughter of Mr. Sanchez, but I had heard from your manager that your attitude is something that needs to be adjusted. And so I was around today to see how things were going with you and to give you some help.
That right there. I'm telling you that the way you're talking to me is not okay. I'm not the kind of person you're allowed to boss around like that. I am the daughter of this department's director. Please look at the position you're in and think if it's really okay for you to talk to me that way.
Are you sure that you're not the one that should be looking at the position you're in and getting a better understanding of it?
Excuse me?
Everyone here knows that the only reason you were hired into this company is because of the connection you have. But I'd like you to stop thinking that gives you any power over me. You are just another new hire to the rest of us. You should be thanking me for taking the time to give you some pointers today on becoming a better employee. Being as blunt as you are with all your coworkers and management is not acceptable here.
Do you even know who my father is?
I told you I do. How many more times are you gonna ask me that? I don't think there's any reason for you to ask me that though. And did you not understand the meaning of the message I just sent you a second ago? Right now you are acting in a way that your father, Mr. Sanchez, is not happy with. At this moment, there are plenty of people here that are upset with your father because of you.
They're not upset with him. They're all afraid of him, and so they won't do a thing about me being his daughter. I'm really not sure why you keep acting like you know better than me here, but I'll have my father come and tear you a new one.
I'll have him do that with you.
Huh? Why would he do that to me?
If he learned about the way his daughter acts while being here, he'd be disappointed. He's a very serious and diligent man.
I have no idea what you're wanting to say here, but old man, think about the position you're in for me, please. If you act out any more with me, then I'm going to make you regret ever working for this company in the first place.
I wonder if you could really do that. For the time being, Faye, I would like you to continue your work here with a more acceptable attitude, please. I am allowed to ask this from you, and I don't want to have to ask you again. So make sure to change the way you're acting here, or else things will not go so well for you. I think you can understand what I'm asking here, right?
I have not a single clue what you're asking me. I don't even have the time right now to talk with you, old man.
You were the one that began texting me, hence my reply to you and your attitude. I, myself, am a very busy man and have things to return to, so I'll be going.
Tomorrow, you'd better act like a well-trained dog, old man.
I'm only 40 years old, Faye.
Well, compared to me, you're old as a rock. Please think about what I've said to you today. If you don't, you'll have to bring some lube to work with you before getting talked to by him.
Perhaps it'll be you that'll have a talk with your father. I think that would be much more beneficial to the company.
Idiot! Was that coffee pretty delicious?
You really went and spilled coffee on me now, huh? What exactly made you think something like that was a good idea?
Do you know who my father is?
You're a rude one. You already asked me that question twice yesterday, and here you come again with it.
My father is the director of this department. I have more power than you do because of that. So do you think you can stop trying to talk to me like you have been all the time, old man? I had to spill that coffee on you today because you wouldn't stop complaining about me.
I'm going to have to teach you directly then that you have no power here, and not even your dad, being the director, will save you.
What are you talking about? Have you gone insane now, Grandpa? I was going to tell my father about how you acted towards me today and have him chew you out. But then I decided spilling coffee on you would be more effective, and man, was it funny watching you react to that. I think I'll forgive you now. But don't you ever come up to me saying weird things again.
Was the weird thing I said to you today me giving you some instructions?
That's right. What is it with you and thinking you can tell me what to do? You are not the kind of person that's allowed to talk to the director's daughter that way. You should be thankful that I was willing to forgive you after I spilled my coffee on your head.
What do you think you are doing to this company's CEO?
Huh? The CEO?
This is your father speaking with you right now.
Huh? Dad?
You come down to my office right now, you idiot.
Hold up, Dad? Why are you upset with me? What's this about the CEO?
I just had a word with your dad, and I believe he wants you to come down and speak with us.
My dad was super pissed at me, but I had no clue about you, and so all of this was bound to happen.
I'm done with you, Faye. After how hard your father went into you over how you've been treating me, you still don't understand the seriousness of the situation? You seemed pretty full of yourself when in his office. Are you going to listen to what he told you, or not?
But I was thinking you were just some old man that's useless to the company. However, you're saying you've been the CEO this whole time? Are you sure you're not a fraud or something?
A fraud? Stop trying to be funny, Faye. It's because of what you've done today that your father had to get on his hands and knees and apologize to me.
Huh? Why did my dad do that? I told you guys that I just didn't know. Just assumed you were an old man on his way out of here.
You not even knowing who your own CEO is definitely something I should have expected from you.
But everyone else never spoke to you like you're the CEO of this company. So that means you're just a fraud, right?
Can you please stop with the fraud talk, please? Is that the only response you have to me now?
Well, it's the truth, though, right? Everyone just calls you Craig, so I assumed you were nothing more than a base-level employee.
And that's because I don't like being called anything besides my first name.
You really don't want people calling you Mr. Turner or Sir? Why not? Would you give up on trying to cover up the fact that you're in fact a fraud?
I would rather just have everyone call me Greg. I enjoy running a company where everyone can feel close to one another and don't have to feel distant when coming to talk with me.
And it's that kind of stupid idea that made me think you were nothing more than an old man. If I'd actually known that you were the CEO of this place, then I would have never did what had to be done to you.
What are you talking about, Faye? Whether I'm the CEO or not, you pouring coffee on someone above you is not acceptable. Actually, pouring it onto anyone is unacceptable. I've seriously had enough of you here. Do I really have to tell you that for you to understand? That is supposed to be common sense to everyone as an adult.
I really do not know what the hell you keep going on about. Can you explain all of that to me again in a language that I can actually understand?
Is that what you want? I totally overlooked you being the type of person that needs everything explained to you in a childish manner for you to understand it. Let me tell you that just because you're here because of your connection to your father, that does not mean you get any sort of special treatment. And you never seemed to understand that, did you? You seem to have thought that you could do whatever you want because you're the department director's daughter. But that's not the case. And I, the CEO, shouldn't have to be telling you something as basic as that either. All you've shown to me today is that you don't have an ounce of common sense in that head of yours.
Well, you can say all you want, but I'm still young.
Everyone else that was hired in with you is your age. The age of the people that are hired is not the problem here. But really, I never expected the day to come that one of my very exceptional employees would have to come apologize to me the way your father did.
Making my dad apologize to you like that is screwed up, by the way. Are you Satan or something? Why would you do that to my poor dad?
I totally forgot. You need things explained to you like you're a baby. You did something very bad today, and your daddy had to say sorry because you don't care about him. Does that help?
Huh?
It's because of you that your father had to come and apologize like that to me. I've even explained that to you in your language now, yet you're acting like you still don't understand?
It's my fault that my dad had to do that?
So that means you still don't understand what you did to me? I cannot believe there are people your age that act like you are. You spilled coffee onto the CEO of this company on purpose. Don't you think your father getting all up in arms like that with you was justified?
Well, I guess that was a little too far now that I think about it. But it wasn't like the coffee was that hot, right? If you don't have any injuries, then is there really a point for getting upset with me?
I think we were more surprised at what you've done to me than anything else. You're fired, Faye. I can't deal with your crap anymore.
Huh? I'm the one being fired? Why me? You're wrongfully firing me. What is wrong with you, old man? You can't fire me without a good reason.
Oh, come on. Say please. I really don't want to have to sit here all day explaining obvious things to you. Did you seriously not see anything wrong with pouring coffee on me like you did today? I am not going to allow someone as ridiculous as you to continue working for me. I'm tired of you acting like an idiot, but I also don't want to watch your father have to apologize for your actions again.
Do you really think I'm the one that did that to my dad? I didn't do anything to cause him to become embarrassed by me.
I'm going to need to call my doctor tonight. Need a refill on my prescription because of how terrible of a headache you've given me. I'm sorry, Faye, but you literally spilled coffee not only on your boss, but your father's boss as well. And you did it on purpose. What makes all of that even worse, though, is that the coffee ruined my new suit that I had imported from Italy. All of that right there should be more than enough to get you to come apologize to me. Yet, for some reason, you have no desire to do so yet. That right there shows me enough.
I do want to apologize. Sorry.
I had to tell you to apologize to me for you to do that.
But I apologized, right? So we can be done with all this now. Can't you see that I've learned whatever lesson you wanted to teach me and I can go back to work now?
Faye, I wish there was a hotline I could call to help you get the help you need. But there isn't. So the best thing I could do for me and everyone else here is fire you.
Huh? If you do that, my dad's going to be pissed at you next. You don't even have the right to fire me, even though you're the CEO. Oh, I could start going around saying that you overworked me and some other things to make you get fired.
I'm sorry, but you haven't been here long enough. Only a few weeks, and that's not enough to make such a claim. And since there was a reason to fire you in such a short time frame, it will be understood that what you did was very unacceptable within my company, and then that claim of yours will go right in the trash. I think trying that would be a huge waste of your time, but do whatever makes you happy.
What? So then I'm really being fired right now? Is my dad okay with you doing that to me? No way, right?
Well, if it makes it any better, your dad said he'd agree with me firing himself as well as you.
Huh? My dad said that?
He felt responsible for what you done, but I'm not going to fire him. He is one of my best employees, and losing him because of his mentally handicapped daughter's actions wouldn't be fair. So I think your dad is totally alright with me firing you. So go and grab all of your things off your desk and leave my building. Just a bit ago, when you met with your father and I, you didn't even bother saying and apologizing to me then. So I'm afraid you don't have anything to say to me directly now either, nor will you listen to me.
Hold on, please. I wanted to apologize to you then, but I just assumed then wasn't the best time since my dad was so angry. I was just going to wait for a better time.
Well, this is the result of you misreading the atmosphere. Ugh, good luck at whatever company hires you next. But it won't be any company in this part of town, I'm afraid. I'll make sure to explain what happened with us that led to your very early termination. I think finding a job around here, after this, is going to be difficult for you.
Huh? Wait, if you start going around and telling other companies about me, I'll be screwed. And now my dad's starting to tell me to leave the office and go away. He doesn't even want me going back to my parents' house now. If all of this is for real, then I'll be royally screwed, Craig.
Not my problem. I have a headache now, so I'm not gonna think much about your future. The best I can say for you to do now is to go back to elementary school and start over again. Now, I need to get going to the pharmacy to grab more meds for my blood pressure. Can you hurry up and get lost already?
So you're going to be just like my dad? How am I supposed to go back to elementary school at my age?
Jesus. That was a joke, Faye. I swear, the actual thing you need to do is go book yourself into the nearest mental clinic and have them do a psychiatric exam on you. But that's up to you. There's nothing left I can do with you now, and thank God for that. Now, thank you for your 2.5 weeks here.
You're just going to leave me?
And I'm pulling the cost of my new imported suit from your next paycheck. I mean, your only paycheck.
Huh? Are you kidding me?
It's either that, or you pay me right now for the suit. At least be happy that you'll still be getting $100 or so from me.
Wait a minute. Please think about all of this.
My head hurts too much to think. Bye. There's a clinic down the street you can walk to that takes people without appointment, so go there.
In the end, Faye was fired from her job and thrown out of the office building. And not even her dad said anything else to her, instead choosing to completely forget about her as his daughter. He and his wife then cut ties with her and told her to never enter their house again. And as Craig had said to Faye, there would be little chance of a company near his office being open to hiring her, and so she was forced into a tough situation which her life teetered on. The following day, she came back to the office when Craig was walking into work and tried to apologize and ask for another chance. But he lashed out on her hard and forced her to pay for his ruined suit right then and there with whatever she had on her. And once she had emptied her purse of pretty much any money she had, he had security come escort her outside the office complex, and that was the last time she was ever seen by anyone. I'm sure that some of this had to do with her being spoiled at birth, but there is also the fact that she really did seem to have something wrong with her. Everyone at the office, including Craig even, hopes that wherever she is now, she's getting the help she needs. I hear that your fiancé wants to get married to me now? Sorry that you had to get caught up between all of our love. But now you can see that you have no place by his side anymore and that it is reserved only for me, right? You really are the worst. This is all just... It's just... unbelievable. Tomorrow we had plans to have our wedding with all our family and friends invited to it. Why would you do something like this? Don't you feel sorry for me, your longtime friend? No, I don't. And I was only able to do this because Alan no longer wants to get married to you anymore. I heard that he really thought of you as a good girlfriend this whole time and all, but wanted someone else to be his wife. Something about how you're not interesting enough to keep around forever. That's why in the end he's going to be with me over you, and I will become the one who shares his last name. This kind of timing, though. You guys had to have done more with one another before today, right? He and I did so much together, all in order to get this wedding put together. Why would he do that if he knew he never wanted to marry me? I'm sure he just chose this kind of timing in order to make it clear to you that he doesn't want you anymore. This was all his plan, after all. He told me he dreamed of doing something like this one day. What the heck? By the way, what part have you been playing in all of this? Are you saying that you just let me think that he was going to marry me when you knew something else was going on? I thought you were my friend this whole time. What? You're asking me what part I've been playing? Oh, don't make me laugh. I was having a blast watching you fall deeply in love with Alan without ever knowing his true intentions. I have been looking forward to this day for a while now. So this whole time that I've been dating Alan, working with Alan, making plans with Alan, you've stood by my side laughing at me behind my back? Yeah, that's absolutely right. You went and helped out Alan's job a lot, and because of that, he's now on track to making it big in this world. He has all kinds of accomplishments now, and soon he'll have all kinds of money flowing in for me to use. And when that company comes from his papa later on, oh boy, will I be able to do whatever the hell I want. Thank you so much for working your butt off like that in order to make our lives better. Now I'll finally be able to take my place as his wife and live freely with all his money. No frickin' way. Hey, tell me something. On those days that Alan was coming home late from work and would have to go on those short business trips, was he with you during those days? Were you both going out on dates and such and sleeping together? We sure are. You are 100% correct, actually. In order to meet with me, he'd set aside some time by lying to you about being at work still, or having to leave town for a bit. And while he was out having fun with me in a physical way, you'd still be working your butt off in order to push him ahead. You know, I said thank you to him for tricking you into doing all of that for us while he was still on me. You're such a sad soul. I see. So I've been getting played by the both of you this whole time then. Oh, don't worry about it, okay? You still have a place to sleep today and tomorrow, all right? For both days, in order to have a place to stay, we got you a VIP suite in this hotel. Consider that the very least we could do in order to say thanks to you. We got this massive room together for you where you can relax and think about what you'll do next with yourself. So please, go and forget all these terrible memories from today and have as much fun as a single loser like yourself can have there. What the actual heck? You're just talking about the room that he and I had planned on staying in after our wedding tomorrow. It's the same room I'm going to be heading to right now. Bingo! And now you can stay there all by yourself. He and I will be getting a different place to stay now, so you won't have to worry about us. Oh, and if you feel like it's too big for you to enjoy on your own, there's a bar downstairs where I'm sure you can pick up a desperate man. You are such a jerk, Mila.
Now that you've heard everything from her, I can say that I am making Mila my wife now. You can go ahead and forget about me now and go find a happy life of your own.
Alan, after all you've done with me, this is the way you wanted to end things? By taking the hand of my best friend behind my back?
There was no other choice, all right? Mila happens to be both sexy and cute. When she came to me flirting, there was no way a man like myself could turn her away. You're pretty good looking yourself, but I mean, you have no personality at all, and that sucks.
What? What do you mean by that?
Perhaps I should be saying you're too good of a kid. You do all your chores perfectly, and all of your cooking is the best. In bed, you're very quiet and reserved, but to a man, that is just boring. After being with you for a bit, I got tired of the same old from you. Understand?
So that's how you've always thought of me? But if that was the case, then why didn't you leave me sooner? Why would you choose now to show me your true feelings?
She was asking me to make this breakup leave lasting memories for you. So when you think about it that way, this was the best timing to leave you with some wild memories, right? That's why this worked out perfectly for both her and I. And when it comes to her, we've already met one another's family and are totally ready to get married. I know I made up some lies in order to not meet with your family at all, and this is the reason why. So, there you go.
No way, Alan. How could you do something so...
Thinking of something like this is just like her, right? And now that you're aware of things, go ahead and enjoy that VIP suite all by yourself. Tomorrow, her and I will be taking over the wedding plans and having one of our own. Let's all have a freaking blast then!
For some reason, you were completely screwed in the head, Alan. I overlooked that, I guess. But now it doesn't matter to me anymore. I'm going to do as I please, just like you've asked me to. This dress that I have on for the wedding today looks so freaking good on my slim-waisted body. Originally, you would be the one wearing this dress today, right? Sorry for stealing your husband, who just so happens to be the son of a CEO, away from you the day before your wedding. His papa's going to be paying $300,000 for this wedding, so even a loser like you should come here and see it. I want you to see what an all-natural and sexy woman looks like in this dress. Oh, so you haven't had a look at the news yet? What? What was on the news? Does anything that was on there have to do with what I'm talking about now? Oh, well, if you don't think anything on the news has to do with your wedding today, then so be it. Please, go ahead with that affluent wedding you've put together today. Huh? What's going on here? Are you going to be a sore loser about this now? Please, come out to the wedding today so you can view what a real woman looks like in this wedding dress. I've really enjoyed staying in this VIP suite you guys prepared for me and had a wonderful breakfast while thinking some things over. But I don't think I'm going to stay another night here, so I'm heading home. Once I have everything together, I'll give you a shout. What? So you're not coming to the wedding then? I know you're playing tough right now, but I can tell how much you've been crying. You poor thing. I'll make sure to send you the pictures from today's wedding later, especially those of my perfect body in this little tight dress. Please look forward to them, okay? Sure I will. I'm really looking forward to hearing your sob story later on as well when the time comes. Did you know about all of this? What the hell is going on here? Answer your phone right now. Things aren't as bad as you probably think they are right now, so calm down. I don't have the ability to see the future myself, but I know that things aren't going to end with you dying or anything like that soon. And as for the company, I'm not really sure what's going to be happening with it now, after, you know. And you couldn't have expected me to know that the CEO was both embezzling and evading his taxes that whole time, right? That's the thing, though. You had to have known. What the hell is going to happen now because of that? I finally took a look at the news, like you said. There's been this massive scandal that just got uncovered at the company? Right. I was just as shocked as you are now when I saw that. When I was having breakfast this morning in the room, I saw that story come on the news and I lost my appetite. All I could think about was how this would play a major problem in your guys' marriage. Does this mean that $300,000 wedding you're supposed to have now just vanished? You're lying, right? We already had the wedding and are now preparing for the after party. I started to call Alan's papa about this to see what was going on, but he never answered me and his voicemail box is full. And right now, as I'm texting you, I can hear people murmuring about how something bad has happened. I'm so sorry for what you've been dragged into. Really sucks, doesn't it? You finally got your chance to marry the son of a very wealthy CEO, yet that company is close to falling apart, so there wasn't really any meaning to marrying him after all. But you're his wife now, right? Which means as his wife, you're going to have to be there to support both him and his parents. Good luck to the both of you as a newlywed couple. There is no way this can be happening. You knew all about this before today. Like I was saying, I can't see into the future. Therefore, I had no idea this was going to be happening today. How would I have known? You were the ones who wanted to get married, right? I was never a part of the plan in Alan's world, so it's up to you now to try and survive. Good luck!
Sarah, have you been doing all right? I just wanted to say, this has to do with what's been happening to us here. You know what I'm talking about, right? Right now I'm mentally destroyed by what's happened. To think that my father would be someone who'd do that.
Are you just wanting to text me now to talk about how you're feeling? I don't care about you at all, so...
Don't say something as heartless as that, Sarah. I've been thinking about you a lot now. I think that I need to get back together with you now. I want to get back together with you. I can finally see that I've needed you by my side this whole time.
Congratulations on that realization. But I realized I never needed someone like you by mine, so could you stop talking to me for the rest of time now? I don't like the fact that you're only coming back to me now after realizing your situation has gone crappy.
Don't say things like that. You had always been there to help me out, right?
And that was because back then I really believed that you had loved me and wanted to spend the rest of your life with me. But you ended up choosing Mila over me, right? Which means I no longer want anything to do with you now.
Stop holding that kind of a grudge against me. I'm telling you now that you're the one for me and always have been, right? Shouldn't you want to just come back and be at my side again? I honestly still do love you and want to make you my wife.
I really freaking hate idiots like you who think they can just change how they feel about people on the dot. I already found you a dang disgrace by going out with one of my best friends behind my back, but now this crap? Cut it out thinking that you mean anything to me right now at all.
It couldn't be helped though, right? She's such a sexy woman that it was hard to look away from her. It's not my fault that you're not very fun to be with, so how about you take some of the blame for it?
If that's how you thought of me, then you should have left me when you found her and never bothered with me again, right? Why did you think it was okay to cheat on me with her and get away with it?
Because you were always there to help out with my job in all kinds of ways. I would never have to say anything because you'd always have food ready for me right when I felt hungry, and you'd always have the bath ready for me when I came home. But when I had to start living with her, I realized that not all women can do the things you could. She's useless.
Well, that's how that girl always seemed to me. She hates doing things like chores and would always tell me about how she'd have others do them for her.
The only thing worthwhile about her is her looks and nothing else. She hasn't even tried coming around to help me with my work any.
I think most people don't want to help others with their work unless there is something in it for them.
Then why were you always helping me out with mine?
That's because as your lover, I wanted to see you succeed in life. I knew that you were already trying your best to achieve your goals and that you wanted to get to the top as fast as you could. That, Alan, made me want to help you and get you to live those dreams.
So you thought about my work and me that way? I'll do my best again, all right? I will never let you run away from me again. I'll put all my effort back into work and make it to the top like you wanted to see me do. So would you please come back to me?
I have no reason to accept that blood-covered invitation from you. I am over you now and will never be coming back. Also, the way you handled things was just screwed up. You went and came out about how you had been cheating on me with another woman, my friend, the day before our wedding. And you both sat there enjoying the pain that I was in, stating that it was all a part of her plan that you just went along with. I am not some weak woman who would want to go back to an abuser like you. What you did to me really opened my eyes to the kind of trash you both are. Being in that VIP suite helped me settle down and look forward towards my own future.
What the heck? Why won't you come back? You were so in love with me before and showed me at my door right now.
That's because back then I trusted that you loved me as much as I loved you. But in reality, that couldn't have been farther from the truth. I never thought that the man I wanted to make my husband would be the kind of disgusting filth that puts his hands on his fiancé's friend behind her back and later tells her about it right before their big day.
I'm sorry. I'm apologizing for that now, so...
I don't need your empty apologies anymore. What I want is a settlement paid off by the both of you. You'll make sure to pay me every penny that I'm owed, right?
What? Wait, I can't pay you a settlement. Did you not hear about what happened from Mila? The wedding cost close to $300,000, and my father's company is going to collapse now after the news. If we both have to pay you a settlement after both of those things...
I didn't hear about any of that from her, but that's what I assumed was going to happen. But those two things have nothing to do with me and the settlements I'm asking for. I want you both to pay me for the damages you've caused. That's all I ask. And if it takes time for you to do so, then so be it.
You can't do that to us. Hold on a second. This is the whole reason why I want you to come back to me now. So please, don't talk about some settlement.
I have no plans of ever going back to you again. Now that you're 110% aware of that, or at least should be, don't ever come wanting to talk to me again. I'm getting myself a lawyer, and you'll have to talk with them before speaking to me. So when you have more you'd like to say, tell them and they'll relay that message to me. Please and thank you. Lila, what did you think you were doing, coming at me like that? You said you wanted to come and apologize to me in person for what you'd done. But when I came to see you, you made an attempt at pushing me down those stairs, yet ended up falling down them yourself instead. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I don't have any words left to say to you now after almost being harmed by you. Shut the hell up. Why did you come out unharmed? Why did this have to happen to me? You've always been horrible at things like sports, so that attempt you made on me was sad to watch. Don't you remember how I was always playing sports back in the day and have been very good at all of them? When you came at me trying to trip and send me down those stairs, all I had to do was step aside from your lethargic movements and watch you tumble. I didn't think it would happen so quickly, though. Must have been those huge-ass heels you were in that caused you to trip. And don't you feel bad for me now after that happened? I had to sit by and watch as the company Alan should be taking over soon falls apart. And as his papa, who has all that money, gets taken to court case after court case paying off all those fines he received. And we've been told to pay off that whole $300,000 wedding by ourselves. We're already having to go through all of this torture, yet you're coming in now asking us to pay you some settlements? Who the hell do you think you are? I have the right to those settlements. Think about what you and Alan did to me. You both were having an affair behind my back, and the day before our wedding, you guys came out about the fact that you were stealing him from me, right? You then started talking crap about me, thinking you'd won, and even took that rental dress I had and wore it in the wedding. I like to think the reason you're going through hell right now is because of that god-awful behavior of yours. Yet now you're crying about the fact that I'm asking for settlement money from the both of you? And were willing to try and kill me at those stairs because of it? If anything, I should be the one pushing you down a flight of stairs for having stolen your best friend's fiancé. I had no other choice, all right? He was the one that chose me. He just chose to have me and toss you aside is all. Not my fault that you weren't good enough to keep him around. By the way, you are aware, right? Alan realized that he should have me by his side and has been begging me to come back to him, right? What? What do you mean by that? Oh, so then you haven't been aware of this then. I feel so bad for you now, but this has been the kind of man Alan's always been. I'm sure you'll be in a lot more trouble, though, because of him, since you both only just got married to one another. Wait a sec. What are you talking about? Are you being serious right now? Well, of course I'm being serious about this. I wouldn't be lying to you about him now when neither of you mean anything to me besides your money. That asshole! Is he really stabbing me in the back now? I mean, that's the kind of man you were wanting him to be, right? He did just what you wanted and completely threw his fiancée away just to have himself a new woman that he could marry. And the fruits of that labor are this. All he really is a man with a bit of family money and a company he was supposed to be getting. He knew that himself, so when a woman better looking than me came along that flirted with him, he had no control over his feelings that told him to jump to you. And that made him forget just how ugly he really is and why this all hurts much more for him now. No way. So then, he was never into me because he really loved me? He's the kind of spineless man that gets all worked up over any woman that shows him some attention. And when he noticed that you had such a good face and body, he saw himself as lucky. But when it comes to something like marriage, you both are definitely not meant for one another, because he is just as selfish as you are. What? What are you trying to say here? He likes someone who will flirt and praise him all the time, cook for him all the time, do the chores for him all the time, and do his work for him all the time. He wants someone that will do all of those things for him while looking good. But with you being just as selfish as him, that was never going to work out. Even I could never be selfless enough to work with him, though, when married, and I've now learned that. The only reason I was able to do everything for him while dating is because I loved him. However, you don't have the same strength that I do. I can't do things like housework for him, and I don't want him bringing things like work home with him. Normally, he's not that great of an employee, but when he had me around, I was able to get him to focus on his work and succeed. But how are things now with him now that I'm gone? He's not doing so well at that company anymore, right? That's right. So everything he'd achieved was all because of you? In other words, the man that I fell in love with was the man you had made? And when you vanished from underneath him, the man I loved became no more. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm sure your attempt on my life was you trying to threaten me into not asking for a settlement from you guys, but now it's only going to muddy your path even further. There were witnesses to what you did, and you can be labeled as a criminal now. Which means I'm definitely not going to take back any settlements. I have the police on the way right now, so be ready for that fun mess. Wait! Don't tell me you've actually called the police on me. That would be insane of you to do that to your friend. It was just a small threat is all. Hey, can we please talk about this in person one more time? You're not going to get me to stop asking for this settlement from you, Mila. And when I came to talk with you about it today, you tried to push me down those stairs, right? Now there is no chance of me forgiving either one of you for what you've done. I'm going to send you both down to the gates of hell, where you can sit and wait for whatever horrible fate awaits you. From there, I made sure to have the police come and get Mila, and from there, she was taken away in an ambulance to the hospital for treatment. I talked with the police for a little bit and told them my story, along with the few witnesses that saw what happened, before going home to my parents' house to relax and forget about everything. On her way to the hospital, Mila called Alan while in the ambulance, handcuffed to the stretcher, asking him if it was true that he wanted me back and thought of her as useless, and when he told her the truth, she broke down in tears. She became so upset before getting to the hospital that she wouldn't stop thrashing around on her stretcher, and one of the EMTs had to give her a sedative to calm her down a bit. After being treated at the hospital for injuries ranging from a broken ankle to a couple of broken ribs, Mila was then taken into custody by the police and taken to the police station for questioning. There they learned of her true intentions for trying to push me down those stairs and would have her stay in the county jail overnight as she couldn't really do much with the pain she was in anyway. The next day she was charged with attempted murder and assault and would be sentenced to 5 years in prison, as well as 5 more years of parole. When it comes to what happened with Alan, he came to me on his hands and knees, begging for me to go back to him. He also came with the money I had asked for in the settlement and paid it off right then and there. He then went and brought up the fact that his wife was no longer around anymore, having been taken away, and needed someone to come home with him and care for his needs. But of course I wasn't going to ever be doing that, and I told him I was cutting ties, and that he should never come looking for me again unless he wanted to end up like Mila. He would continue to bug me for a few more days over text, and when I had finally had enough enjoyment reading all of his sob stories, I blocked him and deleted his contact info. I want for the both of those bastards to learn what all they did wrong here, and have to regret everything they've done while living in suffering for the rest of their lives. Seriously, I do not care about what happens to either of those two, and will never be thinking about them again.
I can't do this with you anymore.
Huh? What are you on about all of a sudden?
I'm saying that I can't handle being married to an ugly woman like you any longer. And honestly, why did we even get married in the first place? You're definitely one of the worst choices I've ever made.
Are you serious about that? Don't you feel you're being a bit rude with that statement?
Actually, I don't feel anything, because I know that everything I'm telling you right now is the truth. You're an ugly woman, so I'd like to divorce you as soon as I can. Please and thank you.
Huh? Please and thank you for what? Recently, we haven't even been talking to each other much, and now you've just come out of nowhere with this childish attitude? Shouldn't you at least be thinking about talking this all over face to face first?
Life is too short to be doing things like that. And the time we've already had with each other is all but a huge waste. I don't even have the time to come talk with you anymore. You understand me?
So you really do want to get a divorce then? Is that what'll make you happy after all this time?
Oh, I'm telling you, it'll mean the world to me. I've even gone ahead and gotten the divorce paper all filled out and everything. If you can come and fill your own parts and hand it in for me, then we can finally say goodbye to this unfortunate marriage.
You've been telling me these past few days you were very busy, but it seems you still had time to get all that work taken care of, huh? I don't have a clue what's happening right now, to be honest, but I guess there really is no other option. Can you at least tell me why you want this divorce?
I told you, you're ugly.
I'm sure that my face has not changed much during the 5 years we've been married. Are you sure this isn't just about you cheating on me with some younger, cuter girl or something like that?
Well, you might actually be right about that. I do have myself another girl, and she's a far more important girl than you. Like I said, marrying you really was an awful choice, and so I want to fix that by getting rid of you right here, right now.
Well, when you put it like that, I really have nothing I can say in response. If it's a divorce you want, then that's what you'll get. I'll make sure to sign my parts of the paperwork, but I won't be turning it in until I have the chance, okay?
Just as long as you get it taken care of soon. I want to hurry and turn my life around with more of this amazing girl of mine.
And I feel the same way of not wanting to overstay my welcome with you. I'll make sure to get this all taken care of in a timely manner for you. Well, thank you for everything up until now. I'll make sure to contact you about anything that happens between us after this as well.
You're not coming back to my house again, right?
Huh? What are you talking about? I plan to still come back home once I finished work for today.
Why do you plan on coming back here after we've already gotten divorced? This is my apartment. I don't want you here.
Huh? Your apartment? Hold on, I think you have things a little mixed up here. I want to know why you keep coming back every day. It's not like we're married anymore, and all you are to me now is my ex-husband. So, why?
Why are you asking me? I wanted you to get out of this place the moment you handed in that paperwork, and I'm sure that hurt, but please just go away. I'm getting really close to losing all my patience with you.
What patience are you talking about, Joseph? You're the one that had been cheating on me and then decided to ask for a divorce over text. There's no way you've done any of that in good conscience, right?
No, I can't do this. I'll have to tell you straight then. I plan to have my new girl here, so get the frick out.
Wait, are you really saying that right now? Are you really telling me to get out of there?
I made that pretty clear, didn't I? This is my apartment, so get the hell out, you ugly dog.
Well, I guess there was no helping you getting this angry over a simple mistake. I'll do as you wish and get out of here. But I wonder if that means you'll be able to continue living here afterwards.
Huh? Do you even understand what you're saying? My girlfriend and I really want to start our new lives here, but you're still coming back every day after work, and that's putting a stop to my plans. So quit it and go away like the loser you are.
Loser? Who did I lose to?
You lost to my girlfriend, who's way better than you in all aspects, and since I've gotten my way in the divorce, I'm the winner as well.
But what if this is something where there's no clear winner or loser just yet? If you really want to look at it that way and pick the winner, perhaps I'm the one that's won after breaking free from a butthole like you.
Say whatever you'd like. Anyway, she's gonna be moving into this place tomorrow.
So you even set all of that up without asking me. Alright then, I'll grab all of my things and get out of there for ya.
Hurry up and get on with it. I still have no idea why it's taken you this long to realize that. Did you really have that much trouble understanding that I've gone and divorced you and have thrown you away?
You think so? I never thought all of this as you throwing me away, but I'd be careful how you're viewing all of this, okay?
Then what was this to you? Did you think that after we got divorced that you'd just be able to live in my apartment for however long you wanted? I'm telling you that from tomorrow, this place will be where my girlfriend and I will start our new lives together, so I wanted you out of there by the end of today.
Then I'd like you to pay the $8,000 rent for that place, please.
What?
I'll do as you wish and leave the apartment. But do you think you'll be able to pay this month's rent there? Do you really understand the situation you're about to be getting yourself into?
You're a frickin' idiot. You have no idea what you're talking about.
What do you mean? I'm just saying that by all the things I do know, I can tell you'll have a real big problem trying to pay to stay in that apartment.
Seriously? Of course I can pay for this place. This won't even be as bad as the loans that you have to keep on paying off. And if need be, I can just take out a loan myself to pay the rent here.
Wait, what are you talking about when you say paying off a loan? What?
Oh, shut up, please. Why do you want to start talking to me about all this now?
It's not like I actually care to talk about any of this, but
I'm telling you that it's a really good idea to get out of here sooner rather than later. I can already tell you that you have no idea what you're talking about when it comes to my apartments.
Huh? Well, whatever, I guess. I understand. You're sure about this, though, right?
I've been very sure this whole dang time. The only person that has been having trouble dealing with all of this has been you.
I wonder about that. Well, just know that I'm not paying for this month's rent, okay? I'll make sure to change the name on the apartment over to you as well.
It's always been me, you dunce. Maybe next time you should try and think a little harder before trying to talk with me. I'm sure it hurts too much to think correctly, knowing that you've lost everything, though.
I'm the loser? Right.
I'm planning to live in this apartment for as long as I want with my girlfriend, so just get lost already.
I'm going to leave, but just be aware that you'll start having to pay $8,000 a month from now on. This will be my last time warning you of that.
I've been paying $200 a month for this place, so there's no way you're telling the truth. Now stop trying to play games with me and get out.
So that $200 is the reason you're thinking all of this. I fully understand you now. Well, I'm gonna get going. Goodbye forever. Why do you want to talk to me now? I have nothing I care to talk with you about now. And actually, I'm still in the office working.
I want to ask you about the truth regarding the rent here.
Rent? Ah, you're finally come around to understanding that.
No, I'm still very lost. I got a really strange bill in the mail today, and I have no idea what any of this means, so I wanted to ask you if, if this was some kind of a scam.
Strange bill?
I just got a bill asking me to pay $16,000, and I have no idea what this is all about, so I had to talk to you. It has my name and information all correct here, but why? It says that this is for the rent.
Joseph, you still have no idea what's going on?
Huh?
That's what I was talking about last month before I left the apartment. That's how much it costs to live in that apartment for 2 months.
The rent for this place? What?
I told you last month when we were talking about that rent, it would cost you $8,000 a month and that I would no longer be covering it. That's why now you're going to have to pay $16,000 for this month. That's all that bill is for. So, why are you having to talk with me about it after a month has gone by?
Hold on a second. So this is really how much it costs to rent this apartment? You're saying that we've been paying $8,000 to live in this place? Really?
That's exactly right.
I seriously never thought that you were telling me the truth. I just assumed that I was paying off a loan this whole time. How the hell have you been paying for this every month?
Loan? Why would I ever have us move into a place like that if I couldn't pay for it? Also, I have something else to tell you about all of this. There was a huge difference between the amount of money you brought in compared to what I was bringing in. That's why when it comes to the rent, I was paying for all of it. I just assumed, though, that when you started living with me, you would have understood the fact that I was making more than you.
Is that true? I don't remember you ever telling me any of this.
Well, that's the reason why I've been the only one paying the rent. But that was fine. After all, I was making bank, so affording that place for us was nothing. Well, I have no idea why, but you always thought that for some reason that apartment, that really insanely nice apartment, costs $200 a month. Well, now I know what you were talking about every time you said you paid the $200. You were talking about paying what you thought was the rent.
So you were talking about the rent and not a loan. I never once thought that after you left I'd be getting a bill asking for this much rent. Why $8,000? Didn't they accidentally add one too many zeros here?
Well, even if they did add an extra zero, you still wouldn't be able to afford the place. I can't believe you thought that you only had to pay $200 a month for that.
Didn't you tell me that though a while back? You said that it was fine to pay only $200 a month on the place.
That was me talking about the part you owed me for the rent. I remember now. However, it seems that you thought that meant the apartment only cost $200 a month. And so that's why you felt like you paid the rent? Because of that $200 a month you gave? Even though I was paying the other $7,800? That's way too funny to be a real excuse here.
Wait, what the hell is actually going on?
Huh?
Are you sure this bill wasn't just from a scam that was trying to scam me out of $16,000? That's what's been going on. This bill in my hand is just some bullcrap that you tried to pull on me, huh? There's no way I'd been paying for this place all this time if the rent was $8,000, right? I'm not gonna pay for this, okay? I don't believe your scam one bit, you loser.
Well, you don't have to believe what I'm saying, but as you can see on that bill, payment address is to the realtor company, right? So why would I have you be paying that realtor if I wanted the money? Are you seriously not thinking that straight right now? Why do you always act like I have no idea what I'm talking about?
Crap, so this really is the real deal then? There's just no way that I should be having to pay $8,000 a month for this place. This is twice the amount I'm making a month.
I see. Then why not leave the place?
Huh? You think it's that easy?
You really wanted to live there no matter what I said before, and that's why I made you the sole renter of that place. But if you can't pay it off, you're gonna have to leave soon, right? Well, of course, you're still gonna have to pay off the rent for this month and last month. I wonder if you'll be able to handle all that money in one payment. And another thing, since you're leaving in the middle of the year, you're gonna have to pay a fine for breaking the contract. Good luck dealing with all that on your own, okay?
Wait, I have to pay a fine as well? I wonder if there's something else I can do. Even having to just pay off 2 more months of living here, I don't want to pay that much.
Yeah, and this is another thing, but you'll still have to pay off the settlement you owe me.
Huh?
I want it all paid to me really soon, okay? But I have some doubts that'll happen at all because of how much money you already owe and how little you make.
A settlement? Why are you talking about that now? Why do I have to pay you for everything? You're saying that I have to pay you, right?
Well, this isn't something out of the blue, right? The whole reason for our divorce was because you cheated on me, correct? Well, I'm not saying that I didn't have reason for wanting to leave you besides that, but still. The main reason for the divorce was you cheating on me, and that's what led to me asking for a settlement from you. And so with that, I'm expecting you to find some way to pay me for that. If you think about it, this was all gonna happen regardless, right?
So really? You're gonna ask me to pay a settlement to you?
Well, I had asked this a month ago from you actually, and you should have gotten a notice in the mail from my lawyer.
Huh?
It doesn't matter. All that I really care about now is getting my money from you. But luckily, you're still young enough that I guess I can wait a while for you to get everything to me. I've been preparing myself for this, but I'm sure you still have a bit of preparing to do now. If you'd like, I can have my lawyer come over and see you sometime, and he can explain everything again.
Your lawyer? Do you really have to do all that to me?
Well, good luck, Joseph.
Wait a sec! I can't even pay off all this rent, and now you expect me to pay you as well? Even if you are just messing with me, I can't ever pay that much off. Do you not understand how terrible of a situation I'm already in?
I do understand, but what does that have to do with me? If anything, this is all on you for not understanding your own situation before divorcing me and kicking me out of my own apartment.
But can't we at least discuss this in person?
In person? I have nothing else to discuss with you. I can understand wanting to take the time to talk this through back when we were married, but now we're just strangers to each other. And also, I really don't care to have anything to do with you for the rest of my life, nor should I have to. I suppose your best bet now is to take out some loans and borrow the money to pay everything off, while you still have the time. You'll have to make all this quick so that your girlfriend doesn't catch on and leave you.
Rebecca, can you wait for me? I don't want to have to deal with all this on my own. I'm not even going to be able to pay everything off with just my savings. Please, can you help me?
This is what you deserve, bud. You're a piece of garbage and need to understand that. Now, I'm going. I'm sorry about this, but I'm far too ugly to stick around with you. In the aftermath, Joseph was taken to court by the realtor agency for not paying his rent the last couple of months, and was forced out of the apartment complex. And the girl that took Joseph as a man with lots of money and a good future ran away from him the moment she realized the truth. So now Joseph has been left with nothing but the streets as his home. And as for his job in the office, the rumors of what happened began to spread quickly, and soon he found himself without a job as well. On the other hand, Rebecca has gone back to living in another nice apartment all to herself. And now she's begun to understand just how wonderful it is to live as a single woman with all the money she earns. She sees now that it was a blessing to have been divorced by that pile of crap man, and now she has all sorts of fun things to look forward to as a single woman. Of course, she also received her settlement from Joseph, but could this mean he had to take out a loan for it? I'm sure that's the case.
Hey, what do you think you're up to, Justin? What brought this all of a sudden? What do you mean you can't come to the ceremony? Huh? Don't you see how important today is? Do you get that a wedding ceremony is taking place? And you saying that you can't come is ruining it. Why are you doing this?
Look, Brock, I don't know what else to say apart from that I'm sorry. I really can't go to the ceremony right now, so I apologize for having to tell you this news.
But it's blatantly obvious that you're not sorry at all, because otherwise you'd show up to the ceremony. There's no way you can get away with this by just saying sorry. Do you have any idea how not showing up to this special day is ruining all the plans that are taking place here? Do you have any idea what you've done?
Do you understand that my contractions have started getting worse and that I could be going into labor any time now? The pain has calmed down a bit, but my doctors told me that now that the contractions are getting closer together, I need to get to the hospital immediately to have this child. I've got no choice here, Brock. So to make up for missing out on the wedding ceremony, I'll send a nice congratulatory message to Ashley. I'm sure that she'll understand and appreciate me contacting her.
A congratulatory message? Are you kidding me? Is that all you're going to do for Ashley? Do you think that that's all it takes to make the situation better? Do you have any clue as to who Ashley is getting married to? She's marrying the heir to the Hunters Company, Gregory. This is also an important opportunity to promote my company to him. Now you're doing this, making me feel like the butt of the joke, and think it's funny to make an excuse like you did to ditch the wedding? Is this for your own convenience or something?
Excuse me? What on earth did you just say to me? Do you really think that I'm choosing to not attend this wedding? That I'm going into labor for my own convenience?
Yes, I very much think that you're doing this so that you're not inconvenienced into having to leave the house. You just canceled because you got a stomach ache, right? Obviously, you don't seem to know how to take care of your own body, which is absolutely ridiculous. That's what happens when you don't take care of your own health.
Are you seriously hassling me about the way I manage my health? You are wrong, because I take good care of my body. The baby just wants to be born as planned.
Stop nitpicking everything I'm talking about. You know, Justin, as a wife, you're worse than trash. I give you a luxurious dress and get all the styling sorted, and this is how you repay me?
Oh, for goodness sake, Brock, I cannot believe you right now. I'm not your piece of equipment that you can just throw around and do what you want with. I am your wife. I don't know what else.
You, Justin, are a company president's wife. You're to obey and to do what I say when I say it. It's no exaggeration to say that the qualities of a president is also reflected in his wife. So you too must show up and look your best when an occasion like this is occurring. What you're doing right now is outrageous, especially since you're not coming here.
I don't know what else to tell you, Brock. My contractions have started this morning, and there is really not much more I can do about delaying the baby's birth.
But do you really think that it's a wise thing to miss my sister's wedding just because you're in labor? You need to hold off giving birth during the ceremony and get here. You've been invited, so you should be attending this wedding, Justin. You can go to the hospital afterwards, once we're ready to have this baby.
Are you insane? Do you seriously think it's possible to decide when this baby is allowed to come into this world or not? Have you lost your mind? I am done with this conversation right now. It is too difficult, and I need to concentrate on my breathing and get through this labor. I'll message you later.
Can't just bail on me in the middle of a conversation. Wait, you can't run away from this issue. You're to come here and attend this wedding ceremony, Justin. You need to obey and listen to your husband when he's talking to you. All you are right now is a piece of scum. You're such a coward to run away from this conversation. How dare you? Hey, Justin, how's it going? Are you feeling okay now? I heard that you went for a walk, but I still think you should have stayed in bed to recover.
Oh, hey, Drew. I'm doing much better. Thank you for asking. I just want to think for a little bit because so much is going through my head and I just wanted some fresh air. But I really appreciate you getting in touch with me during this time since so much is going on. Also, please don't worry about me too much, Drew.
Oh, okay. I see. That's fine, I suppose. But what do you mean? You needed time to think? This doesn't have to do with Brock or something, does it?
Well, yeah, just a bit actually. Especially with the way he was talking to me when his little sister was getting married. I couldn't believe his behavior.
Yeah, well, if you don't mind, I'd like to give my opinion on the situation, if that's okay with you. You really should break up with Brock as soon as possible, to be honest with you. His behavior is unacceptable, especially when he prioritizes his sister's wedding over his wife's health during the birth of your child. I can't help but think how abnormal he was being, especially with how emotionally abusive he was being towards you during a really stressful time.
Oh, Drew, I totally understand where you're coming from. I completely get what you're saying. I should have a way more supportive husband than how he behaved.
Wait, what? Are you really agreeing with me what I think about him? Really? Things must be really bad if we're both on the same page when it comes to Brock, right?
Well, those are the things that I've been thinking about a lot, but I've been trying to not let it worry me too much, especially with having to give birth to the baby. Of course, I really should divorce Brock after how he's treated me. I deserve way better than that. I feel like I can at least make that kind of decision on my own.
Oh, really? Well, that's great that you're able to think and come to this decision without too much influence from other people. I guess he was just too focused on doing this favor for Gregory, yeah?
Yes, that's right, and it's all because he's the heir to Hunter & Co. Brock's company is in dire straits, and he's desperate to get deep into Gregory's pockets.
Yeah, that's why I always say that I can trust Brock when it comes to finances or anything in general, to be honest. He's just such a dodgy person, and it's hard to understand how he was able to marry you.
Okay, I get it, but please, shut up, all right? I don't see why you've got to say something like that to me. I'm with Brock of my own volition, all right? I just didn't see his true self until now.
Well, I guess that's true, Justin, but I really can't stand the guy. I can't forgive him for how he's been treating my older sister. It's awful, and I think you know that.
But why do you have to throw your opinion at me about my relationship, Drew? It's really got nothing to do with you, though. I'm able to handle these things myself.
Well, sometimes I don't think that you can, sister. You were once betrayed by your fiancé before. Come on now. He's run away from his loan problems.
I can't help what happened with that. It was easy to trust him, so I just signed whatever I needed to sign so we can deal with the issues later. That's what a guarantor is, right? It's true that we ended up in a lot of debt, but it was Brock who reached out to me at that time. It's not like we've been stuck in bad cycles since then. Why must you...
But he's been treating you so badly, and it's hard to watch. I just think that you've got really bad luck when it comes to this guy. That, or you've got no good taste. You've got a really cool personality, sis, but you really haven't got a good eye when it comes to the opposite sex. I know it's hard to hear, but I think you should know that.
Why must you bother saying things like that more than twice in a conversation, Drew? I get that I suck when it comes to partners, so just leave me alone about it.
Okay. I didn't mean to keep going on about it, Justin. Look, if you need anything, let me help you out. It might make things easier. I also just wanted to let you know that Mom's worried about you, especially with the new baby being born and how Brock's treating you. Please come back home soon.
Of course, I'm sure she's very worried. I understand that completely. I'll probably come back after I find something to drink. All right, I'll go now. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, sure. Go get yourself sorted, and I hope to see you later on. Just please take care of yourself when it comes to talking to Brock. I don't want to see you get hurt. See you later. Hey, Justin, what the heck is going on with you now? I tried to get into the hospital, and I can't seem to get you for some stupid reason. What's happening here? We're supposed to be going through with the procedure at the hospital properly. You better not be screwing this up for me. Are you going to explain what's going on? Hey, Justin, what's going on here? Are you intending to ignore me all day? You can't just act like this towards your own husband. It's disgusting behavior. How long are you planning to make me wait outside the hospital for you? Huh? If you make me wait any longer, I'll have to take matters into my own hands. All right? What the heck do you think you're doing right now, man? Would you really quit acting so abusive and rude to my sister, you piece of crap? Do you hear me? Huh? Wait a minute. I thought that Justin would be messaging me. Is that you, Drew? Man, what's with you talking to me like that for? What's your problem, you idiot? How dare you just show up uninvited? Do you seriously think you could do whatever you want? My sister gave birth to her child the day before yesterday. What the heck have you been doing? Huh? Wait, why are you going off at me for? Stupid head. It's my sister's wedding, so of course I've been very busy attending that. I don't have time to run around doing multiple things at once. The wedding was just as important, so I can't just not come to the hospital for the birth of my child. You guys didn't bother coming to Ashley's wedding as a family either. So what the heck have you been doing, huh? Do you think we're both in similar situations right now? Have you actually thought about that, Drew? Why won't you give it up, Brock? I think it's perfectly understandable that Justine couldn't be there because of the birth of her baby. You've got no excuse, Brock. The wedding was held the day before yesterday. And what were you doing after that, huh? Why weren't you at the hospital after the ceremony? Isn't it obvious? I had some important work-related matters to attend to. You do know that I'm the president of my own company, right? But I guess you don't understand that. Especially because you're such a lowlife. There are so many things going on at my company as president. I need to deal with those things urgently. Are you kidding me right now? Are things happening in your workplace way more important than your own loving wife giving birth to your child? You do know that my relationship with Justin has nothing to do with you, Drew. So meddling in everything. You're being so annoying right now. You think you're always in the right when you clearly have no idea about anything. You're stupid, rude, and just plain annoying. You're like a little parasite trying to suck blood out of me. To be honest, you're the lowest of the low. I hate dealing with you. You need to get your own life and stop butting into mine with Justin. We're doing just fine. Whatever. You can say anything you like to me. I don't care. But there's no way that I'm going to let you treat my sister like trash. You're never going to see your baby ever again. You're not going to go anywhere near that child, or you're going to face the consequences of what you've done to my sister. Now leave and go home quietly. Don't even think about making a fuss. Wait a minute. What did you just say to me? Are you telling me that I'm not allowed to see my own flesh and bone? Are you seriously kidding me? You don't have the power to do that to me. Well, that's what I just said to you. So I think especially because you didn't give a crap about your wife when she went into labor, you don't deserve to be a father. I think Justin has been thinking about this for a while now, but she's finally seen the light. She intends on getting a divorce from you, Brock. Oh, just hold a second. What the heck are you even talking about? What brought this on all of a sudden? This can't be happening to me. Stop messing around, Drew. You're not funny. I think that you definitely know the reason why this is happening to you. If you can't seem to get it through your thick head what you've done, then you're such a horrible person. What you should do now is leave everyone alone for today and just go home quietly, and you could think about what you've done now, okay? But this can't be happening. You're just butting in when you shouldn't be. Also, I'm the father of the baby. I've got every right to meet and be with the child. If none of you are going to cooperate with me and let me see my child, then I've got no choice but to force my way into the hospital. I want to see Justin and my child. Fine, do as you please, but there'll be consequences for this, Brock. Do you really think that it's okay to do something like that? Shouldn't you think about this before you act? If the president of a company tries to break inside a hospital room and take a baby or something like that, it would be all over the news. It would be hopeless to turn your business around at that point. Are you kidding me right now? You stupid little man? How dare you try to take me down like this? How dare you underestimate my abilities? If you really must know, the news wouldn't impact my company too much because it's already on the decline anyways. No one cares about what. Well, whatever you're planning, I don't think it's going to be possible, Brock. I do think you've been rushing around trying to raise money. And you've been also damaging your reputation with a lot of places. Even my own sister is fed up with you and how you've been treating her and the other people in the business world. Don't be stupid and stay away from her and the new baby. They don't need the stress. You've got no right to say such things to me. I'm still the president of a company and you're nothing but scum. I know that you're too scared to actually face me and say what you want to say.
You know what, Brock? Drew's right when it comes to us. I am sick of how you've been treating me. This is a really good opportunity to get out of this relationship. I want a divorce.
Justine is everything that Drew said to me in the conversation. I had to be with him earlier, actually. True. You're not actually going to go through with this, are you?
Oh, Okay, well, I'm sorry about him. He can butt into people's business too much, but he does it out of love, though. But yes, it's all true. I want to divorce you. I don't want my child seeing you either.
But don't you understand how unfair that is to me? I'm that child's father, though. I've got every right to see my child, no matter how our relationship is.
No, you don't, Brock. Not to people who try to use children for their own personal gain, and I know that you do something like that.
Excuse me? What did you even say to me? What are you talking about? How can I use our newborn baby for my own personal gain? What does that even mean?
I heard everything that you were trying to do when I was talking to Ashley yesterday. She heard you talking to someone on the phone in the smoking area of the venue. She heard you say that if you had the status of having children, then your sales would be even better and that you'd be picking up the child soon before the appointment.
Huh? Ashley actually heard what I was talking about? What was she doing in the smokers area anyways when she doesn't smoke? She was snooping on me. Look, Justin, this isn't what you think. It is, my dear. Just hang on a minute, okay? What I was talking about was just business, all right? It's nothing, really. Sure, maybe I worded what I said poorly, but when it comes to my business, I just use whatever's available around me to boost sales, okay?
Of course, I totally understand where you're coming from. I already helped you out when it comes to your business or whatever, Brock. Especially in a dire situation like the current one you're in right now. But, Brock, you left your wife to go into labor by herself, and furthermore, you didn't come to see me for a whole 2 days. I had the baby the day before yesterday. What on earth took you so long to come and see me, huh? A man like you with a child to boost his status? Yeah, like that's going to help you. Do you know how ridiculous that sounds when you say that, Brock? Since when is our baby a product to use for your benefit, huh? You're insane. You know that, right?
No, that's not it at all. The reason why I couldn't get here straight away was because I had a lot of work I needed to sort out. You understand that, right,
Are you trying to do some favors for Gregory so that you end up in his good books or something? But it makes sense since he's the heir to his company.
Why must you say that in such an ungrateful way, Justin? I needed to market my company to him so that we can do business together. Now that him and I have become part of each other's family, this kind of chance is never going to come up again, all right? So the work needed to be done.
Okay, well, are you going to explain what actually happened then, Brock? What was the result of your sales pitch in the end? Are you going to tell me?
Okay, so he invited me over to his company yesterday. Everything was going great. But then the current president, his father came in. He ended up kicking me out of the building.
Wait a minute, what? You went in there and then his father kicked you out of the building? Well, that doesn't surprise me, but I wonder why.
Yeah, he did right in the middle of the presentation I wanted to give him about the new business venture I created. So I was confident. But it seemed like no one was listening to me. When I met him at the wedding ceremony, he seemed like a really nice guy, and I thought we were getting along really well. So I thought I was allowed to go in and say whatever I wanted to them.
I think I definitely know what the problem was and why you got kicked out of the company's premises. Your aggressive attitude was the problem, wasn't it? I heard through the grapevine while I was in here giving birth that you were desperately trying to get people to notice you and they were ignoring you in the end.
Wait, what? Where could you have possibly heard that sort of information when you weren't there? Who told you that?
Who told me? Well, I heard that from basically everyone that knows you, Brock. Apparently the groom's side was very unhappy about what you did to me. And it seems like your baby sister Ashley also seemed particularly embarrassed when it came to how you were talking to me and about the baby before the wedding. It makes me feel like you only wanted to see your sister get married just so that you can get on her husband's good side so you can weasel your way into his company.
That's not true. None of them seemed to understand anything I wanted to say. They didn't give me a chance at all. I thought that Ashley would understand what I was doing, but when I think about it in general, it's your fault that the other side of the wedding guests didn't give me a good review. You were needed by my side.
Excuse me? Are you seriously blaming me for your own actions? Are you kidding me right now? I was literally in labor and going through a lot, and you think this is my fault?
I was attending the ceremony all by myself. My wife was supposed to be there, by my side, supporting me in my endeavors. but you just thought it would be funny to bail. From an outsider's perspective, it's definitely a strange situation to explain to them. They might think that things aren't going well between us, or that we had a fight. People would be suspecting all kind of things when it came to why you weren't at Ashley's wedding. So yes, I'm blaming you for being absent because you were. Yes.
Have you lost the plot or something? But basically, all in all, you failed to gain their trust when it came to all the deals you put on the table. All because I wasn't there?
That's right. Now you're finally getting it. If you had the child sooner in the first place, like an actual due date, none of this would have happened. I would have been able to show off my family of 3 to everyone, and they would have loved it. I would have felt good about my chances with Gregory's company.
Oh my God, Brock, do you have any idea how ridiculous you sound right now? Do you have any clue what I've been going through and how you've not been here?
Oh, shut up, woman. This is all your fault. Look, I'm getting sick and tired of waiting. Just let me into the hospital room so that you can give me my child.
You don't even care about other people, do you? All you want is for things to go your way all the time. You're so selfish, and to you, everything's a tool to make a good impression on others. You just use the people around you to get what you want, including me. There's no way that I'm going to let my child be in your arms. They'll not meet someone like you.
You can't do this to me, Justin. I've got rights to the child, and you know, because of you, my company's finished. All because you weren't present at that stupid wedding. It's already bad enough that the press are starting to make me look like a bad guy, when really, it's you who's the bad guy. You've made me look like a fool. I don't care what happens anymore. I deserve to see my baby, and I'm going to see them right now. I'll force my way into the hospital room if I have to.
Me? You know that you can't just do something like that when there's other women who are trying their best to give birth right now, okay? What do you intend to do?
Hey, what the heck's going on at the reception desk, huh? When I mention your name to the nurse, they keep insisting and repeating that you're not there. Did you make a deal with the nurses or something to lie to me? Did you bribe them so that they won't let me in to see you? Where's my child?
I've been wondering if you were thinking of doing that for a while now, since you obviously didn't want to see me whilst I was giving birth to our baby. Neither me or my family members asked the nurses to stop you at the entrance, Brock. Look, I've got no idea why you're not allowed into the hospital.
What the heck, Justin? Then why is the person at the front desk hiding you somewhere in the hospital, huh? Why do they keep saying you're not here?
How can they be hiding me, Brock, if I'm not even in the hospital that you're referring to? Maybe you're at the wrong hospital.
Wait a minute. What did you just say? I thought that we were planning out the quickest route to the hospital, that the one to the south side of town was closer.
Hospital? Well, you're wrong, because that's not where I've been admitted to, Brock. Look, I don't want you causing any more trouble with the public, so get away from there.
There's absolutely no point in saying that to me right now. I know that you're somewhere playing tricks on me. How dare you make me look like a fool? You better come out of the room with the baby right now, Justin. Otherwise, I'm going to start screaming your name until you do.
Even if you want to try and do that, you'll be the one who ends up feeling embarrassed and looking like an idiot, okay? Don't get so worked up and calm down.
Don't you dare tell me to calm down. Shut up, you stupid woman. Hand over my baby to me right now. If I bring the baby into the president's office, maybe he'll change his mind.
Huh? Are you seriously planning on taking a 2-day-old baby away from its mother into a stressful office building? How can you be so selfish and ridiculous, Brock?
My own company is about to go bankrupt. I need to do something about it. What you're doing now is even more selfish. Don't you think you are, by ruining this for me?
This has got to be some sort of a sick joke, right? Do you think I'd do this on purpose? I'm not the one who uses people and abandons them when others need help.
Have you forgotten about all the debt that I paid off that your ex-boyfriends left you in? Instead of trying to repay me the favor, you're holding me back? So it's selfish, right?
Look, I'm grateful that you took care of that. I really am. And then you were able to get married to a nice woman like me, so don't you think that's a win for you?
Huh? What do you mean by that? Justin, you're so confusing, and you never make any sense. Give me the child right now.
No! Also, you liked me so much that you wanted to pay the debt off yourself, right? So we were able to get married and get out of debt, and now you're almost in that position again. If I didn't do what you said, you were going to throw me out onto the street, pregnant and with nothing. That would make you look really bad now, wouldn't it, Brock?
Hey, don't you start threatening me. I've been nice to you, and I've let you off easy. You can't touch me right now, since you're stuck in bed.
Oh, but I can. I can let everyone on social media know how you've been treating me and how you talk about the baby. I'm sure if I just mention your company's name, you are truly finished.
No, please, stop. Don't do that. That's not fair, okay? Look, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean anything I said to you the other day. I take it all back. Please, don't say anything on social media.
Well, stop treating me like crap. No matter what, I still don't want you anywhere near my baby. They're not going to be exposed to a horrible human being like you ever. I want a divorce, so I am sure you'll be hearing from my lawyer any day now about the paperwork and how custody will be decided in this situation.
Hey, I've got every right to see my child. You can't keep them away from their father. I'm sorry. I really need you, Justin. Don't divorce me. Just take me back, and we can start over.
I am never starting over with you, and I never want anything to do with you ever again. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Leave me and my newborn alone, Brock. Afterwards, Brock became super violent and the hospital called the police, and he was escorted away in one of their marked vehicles. He wasn't arrested, but the incident became known among the companies in the city. Despite all of Brock's efforts to rescue the company from going under, he filed for bankruptcy. He was no longer making any money in the industry he was working in. He was left in a huge pile of debt because of it. He didn't want to have to deal with this type of burden, so he packed his bags and ran off in the middle of the night. He left the city and his debt behind. His family had lost interest in him, and he had almost no one to rely on. It's sometimes good to prioritize work over other people, but there are also more important things in life that should be taken care of. Maybe this was a good experience for Brock to learn. For the time being, Justine's living with her younger brother, Drew, and her mother. They're all chipping in to raise Justine's child. The baby's very cute, and Drew and the mother are very caring. Justine is enjoying being a mother. She hopes next time she chooses a partner more carefully. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey, John, are you there? It's kind of an emergency. Can you please answer the phone? Did you not get a phone call from the hospital earlier?
I did get a phone call, but I was busy at work, so I chose to ignore it. You do remember that I actually have a job, right?
Of course I know that you have a job, but this is really urgent. Why else would the hospital be calling you?
I figured they just wanted to tell me the results of some report or something dumb like that, but you're not doing anything. So you should go to the hospital and just pick it up for me. I don't really get why I should have to answer the phone and talk to someone just for that. But you never have anything going on, so you should just go and figure it out for me.
Well, that isn't exactly fair. I mean, I do work part-time, you know. Besides, I really think that they want to talk to you. Are you sure that you want me to go for you?
Why are you making such a big deal about this? You're my wife. Anything a doctor wants to say to me, he should be able to say to you. It really is just that simple. Now hurry up and go find out what they want with me and quit wasting my time.
Okay, alright. I'll go. But you don't have to talk to me in that way, you know? I just wanted to make sure that you were getting the calls and what you wanted to do about it. I didn't realize it was such an effort for you to get back to the doctors.
Excuse me? Don't go talking as if you know why I do the thing that I do. Just be a good wife and do as I say. Got it? And don't ever compare your little part-time job to my real job.
You don't have to talk to me like that, you know. John, are you there? Please call me as soon as you see this.
Call you? I wouldn't call you if I was free with nothing better to do. Besides, there are a million better ways to spend my time than talking to you on the phone.
Please, John, this is serious. We really don't have the time for this. I really need to tell you this, but do you think I could just call you and explain it all over the phone? I think it would be a lot easier that way.
Well, I just told you that there's no way that I'm going to be answering the phone. I don't even want to hear your voice. Besides, I'm still at work and can't be taking personal calls just because you want to chat.
I know that you've already gotten off work for the day. Please, I don't really care if you're out on a busy street or something. Just please either let me call you or come home so we can talk in person.
Wait, how do you know that I'm off work? Did you call my office or something? You know that I told you never, ever to call where I work.
But this is an emergency, John. I don't have any other choice.
Fine, jeez. What is so important that you have to bug me like this? If you're going to be so annoying about this, just spit it out. Text or voice, I'll still get the same content. So just type it out and I'll read it when I feel like it.
I really think that this is the kind of thing that should be said over the phone or in person, not texted. But okay, if you're not going to call, then I have to tell you. I talked to the doctors and they said you maybe have a year left. Apparently, even going into the hospital and trying to seek treatment wouldn't work for how advanced the sickness is now. Any medicine or medical treatment would just be buying time.
What are you talking about? Is that supposed to be some kind of joke or something?
I wouldn't ever joke about something like this, John. You know that I don't find that sort of joke funny.
So basically, you're telling me I've only got a year left with you?
I really don't know. The doctors say that there is a small chance that treatment might help with it. But I think that we should go to the hospital and talk to the doctors themselves about it. Do you think you'll be able to take some time off of work tomorrow to do that with me?
Wait, what? You want me to go to the hospital with you? Why would I want to do that after you've just told me that you've only got a year to live? I'd much rather just have a divorce.
Wait, what? Why would you say that?
I mean that you've just been given a death sentence. And now that you have, I want a divorce right away. So I guess that means there were actually two big announcements for you today. Not only did you find out that you're going to die, but you also found out that you're going to die alone. So don't bother asking me to be there for you or anything like that. It's just a complete waste of time now. And to think that if this didn't happen, we would have spent the rest of our lives together. I guess you can say I really dodged a bullet there.
John, seriously, what are you talking about? I think you're really misunderstanding what I said. But I get it now. You think that I'm going to die, so you're using this as your chance to throw me aside and run away.
Aw, what? Did you really think I would stand by your side and hold your hand while you withered away? Why would I do that when I have another woman waiting for you?
What are you talking about this time? What older woman?
Did you really think that a guy like me can't get another woman to fall in love with him if I tried? I need to divorce you so that I can move on with my life and get with a new woman.
And you think that just marrying someone else is going to solve all of your problems? You'll still end up tied down in ways that you don't like, I guarantee it.
You're just jealous because I already have preparations just in case this very thing happened. Don't be mad just because you're going to die all alone.
I see. Well, then I guess I really didn't know you at all how I thought I did. I had no idea you already had another woman lined up, but fine. Be that way.
Not that I needed your permission to do so. And just why are you wasting the precious time that you have left even arguing with me about this? Why don't you just move out of the house and leave me alone already?
All right, fine then. Have it your way. I will leave then. I'll go ahead and get the divorce papers ready too.
Well, at least you're going to be a good obedient wife for me up until the very end. I'll sign the papers, but then you figure out the rest for me. Unlike you, I have a life to live. Oops, was that too soon? Ah, well, it hardly matters now that you're just a walking corpse.
Whatever, John. Have a nice life.
At least you still have a good sense of humor about you.
I'll just proceed with this whole divorce process then. I'll let you know when the papers are ready for you to be signed. I'm going to be moving out of the house today, though, so don't worry about me being in your space. Although I'll need time to pack my things, so I'll be staying here tonight.
That's fine with me. I'll just go and stay at my girlfriend's house. We're already divorced now, So it really doesn't matter if I do that, right?
Do what you'd like, John. All right, John, I've done as I said I would and prepared the divorce papers for you. Have you gone to the hospital at all, or are you just ignoring their calls? I got one call from the doctors telling me to reach out to you, but I told them that we're divorced and that it's not my business anymore.
The hospital? Why would I have to go there?
You mean you still haven't gone to talk to the doctors at all? You really still haven't figured out the mistake that you've been making? I wasn't given a year to live. You were.
Wait, what?
That's right. You should probably tell that girlfriend of yours before the two of you get married. But I hope you enjoy that last year of being with her.
Hold on a second. Seriously? What are you talking about? What do you mean I was given a year to live? If this is some kind of joke, it isn't very funny.
I'm afraid that I'm not joking about anything at all. Besides, you know that I don't like to joke about this kind of thing. I'm being very serious right now.
Well, I don't believe you at all. I feel as healthy as a horse.
You do remember going in for the full-body physical several months ago, right? Well, the doctors found some abnormalities and ran some tests. When you sent me to the hospital to find out the results, that was when they told me you only had a year left. But I guess you wouldn't believe me since you never went to check for yourself. But I wasn't going to my test results. They were yours, remember? You and your girlfriend might want to think about scheduling an appointment.
Oh, give me a break. Do you really expect to believe that I'm the one who's dying? Don't be ridiculous. This is all a bunch of nonsense. There's no way that I'm about to die. You're just mad because you're the one who's going to die all alone.
I'm actually not upset at all. And you can only blame yourself for all of this since you weren't listening to what I was trying to say. I never once said that I was the one who only had a year to live. You just read my message the way that you wanted to read it. And then you went on to confess that you were cheating on me and that you wanted to get a divorce.
Well, yeah, I guess so. But still.
So all I did was fulfill a dying man's wishes and divorce him. You do remember that the whole reason I went to the hospital that day was for your test results, right? I mean, why would I go to the hospital to pick up your diagnosis and then come back with one for myself? That just doesn't even make sense. You really need to just answer the phone when the hospital calls you.
But I hate talking on the phone. It's such a pain.
Well, I can't disagree with you there, but now look what happened. Honestly, I have no idea how you made that mistake even. I was really surprised by it, to be honest. But then all the horrible things you said to me the second you thought that I was going to die. About not being there while I wither away and leaving me to die alone. Not to mention the fact that you've been cheating on me this whole time.
Well, I thought you were going to be gone soon. I guess I kind of jumped the gun on all of this, didn't I?
But you were already cheating on me before you even thought I was going to die. At least own up to the fact that you were doing it.
But I only admitted it because I thought that you were the one that was dying.
Well, I'm not, so good luck explaining to your girlfriend and all.
What the heck am I supposed to tell her after all of this? She's never going to marry me now!
Yeah, I really can't see anyone wanting to marry someone with so little to go. But since you were so ready to marry her anyways, surely she must love you enough to want to be with you, right? Maybe she'll overlook this and stand by your side until your last breath. Anyways, if you're not going to tell her that, then at least tell her that I'm suing you both for adultery.
Wait, what? You're going to sue us? But I was just given a death sentence. Are you really going to try and just heap more suffering on me?
I'm sorry, but that has nothing to do with the fact that you cheated on me. You cheated, and I have the right to sue for reparations. It really is that simple. You've already admitted to it. Now it's time to own up to it. I don't care if you are a dying man. I have my rights.
How can you say that to me? I only have a year left to live. You should be nicer to me. Why are you being so cruel? You're breaking my heart, Julia. You're the reason I'm dying. It's all the emotional stress you've been putting me through.
Excuse me? You seriously need to get a grip if you think that's the case.
What do you mean?
I mean, that if you want to talk about mistreatment and stress, then I have much more room to talk than you do. The whole time we've been married, you've treated me like your maid more than your wife. You only ever looked down on and condescended to me, and you even cheated on me. You need to get over yourself and realize that you haven't been a good husband.
Hey, come on now. What kind of way is that to talk to a dying man?
You had your chance to go and talk to the doctors about this, but you didn't. I'm sorry, but I don't have any pity for you after the idiotic way you've been acting and the horrible way you've been treating me. I never want to hear from you again.
Hey, Julia, are you there?
Excuse me? Who is this?
Please don't act like this. You know it's me, John. I just wanted to tell you that I really am sorry about what I did. I was just really hoping that you would take me back.
God, you were such a little creep.
What do you mean?
I mean that I thought you left me to go and be with your girlfriend. Why are you trying to worm your way back into my life?
Please don't be like that. I really am sorry for all that I did. But I really have been thinking about what I did, and I realized I was treating you wrong. I need you. I see that now. I'm in the hospital right now, and I'm in my room all by myself.
I see. So I guess now you're the one living out your days all alone.
My family found out all about my cheating and how I treated you, and no one has come to visit me. But I think if I had you here by my side, I might really be able to beat this thing. Please, I need you to help me get through this.
Why don't you leave me alone and go ask your girlfriend to help you?
But we've been married 5 years. No one else knows me as well as you do.
And? Why do you think I owe you another second of my life? I gave you enough time and now I'll finally be free. Don't bother reaching out to me unless it's about paying me what you owe me.
Hey there, it's me, John. Well, here I am, living out my final days alone in a hospital bed. Although I suppose if I think about all that I said to Julia, I should have seen this coming. I'd like to take this space to make my final statement. I really have had a change of heart. I don't expect Julia to ever take me back or see me before I go. But that's for the best. Now that we're divorced and she's free, I really do hope that she can move on and forget all about me. I may be dying, but at least by doing so, I might be doing the only kind thing I've done for the only woman I've truly loved.
Yo, old lady Kelsey. When the hell are you going to leave my brother? You're old as a rock now and still haven't given him any kids. Do you understand that you're the one holding my brother back from being a real man? I don't like to see him hanging on to such spoiled trash, so please either give him some kids, which might be impossible for you, or get lost. Heidi, again with all of this, I told you this before. The two of us are not going to get a divorce. And when it comes to having kids, the way you talk about it is rude. I'm very sure that if things like having kids or not were a big deal to him, he would have made that a lot clearer to me before we'd gotten married. I feel so bad for my brother, though. He had to marry someone as defective as you. If he'd just gone with someone half his age, he would be better off and happy. But all he has now is a grandma that doesn't do anything besides work all day. Hey, do you not realize how rude you're being to me? I know you've been against me for a while, but we're both adults here and should keep to ourselves if we don't want anything to do with the other rather than start something. And by the way, when it comes to having kids, the one who you should be having a problem with isn't me, but rather your older brother. We've told everyone in the family now that we are still going through infertility treatments, right? Is that how you're going to pass off your problems? There's no way that my brother has problems making kids. It's always been the woman that has the issues, right? And I'm sure that this is all due to you being old and worn out now. That is not the problem here, though. I get that you don't want to accept reality because you're so in love with your brother, but being this rude and aggressive towards me needs to end. Huh? And don't say that kind of nasty stuff. What does me loving my brother have to do with you being a defect? I'm not having problems accepting reality either. You're not? Because right now it seems like you've made a world of your own to escape the truth of this world. I feel that you're getting the wrong idea here, so I'll tell you straight. Even though you're married to my brother, you'll always be an outsider. I never thought of you as my family, and I never will. So stop trying to act like you're so close to me when you aren't. All right, I get that. But I am still married to your brother, and he and I are family and plan to grow it. So I'd rather you not talk bad about us and be nice. Huh? Shut up. You're gross. Are you saying all of this because you're that old? I'm sorry, but you're never going to have a family with my brother. You call me old and all that, but I'm still in my early 30s. I don't think this is the correct age for you to be calling me a grandma or anything close to that. Well, I'm in my early 20s. And to me, a woman that's only just gotten married in her 30s is garbage, right? How the hell did you even get my brother to start liking you? When he saw that I was working very hard in my career, he fell in love with me and told me just that. Of course, I did spend a lot of my younger years working, but now that I have him in my life, I'm a very happy woman. And of course you are. Who wouldn't be happy being married to my brother? But the fact that you got to marry him without ever getting my permission first? The only reason you're upset is because you've somehow chosen to hate me. Even your parents like me more than you do. But you are the only one in the family that seems to have something out for me. I remember when your brother had first brought me over saying I was his girlfriend. You were so cold to me and never spoke a word to me. So you're going to blame me for hating you because you don't understand your own problems? If you were an actual decent woman, I'd be all right with you. Well, it doesn't matter what you go on about anyway, as I don't have the attention span to listen to an old hag. Is that so? All right then. I've always been aware of you hating me, but recently you've really gone and made it clear to me. Is this all because I'm married to your brother now? Huh? And that has nothing to do with this. I guess I just feel that after I get married, you're only going to get worse around me, acting like you know everything. So that's why right now I'm trying to prevent you from being a pain in my butt. I knew it. I am not trying to do anything bad over here. I just wanted to be married to your brother and start a wonderful family with him. So you really don't have to worry about me heckling you all the time because I have my family to focus on. You talking like you're my older sister is really freaking annoying. The only person that I see as my sibling is my brother. I'll never accept you as my sister-in-law, okay? I know that already. If you keep saying that over and over to me, you're really going to piss me off, so please stop. Well, that's what I want to happen, actually. Awesome, I'm finally starting to dig deeper into you. Well, if you're getting annoyed with me, don't you think it's a good time to leave my brother? You hate having a little sister like me, right? I'm not getting a divorce over something like that. I guess no matter what I tell you, it's useless. Well, go ahead and do as you please.
Good work today, Kelsey. As for the next meeting that's been planned for everyone within the company, we are going to move forward with what's on the schedule. If you have anything to say about it, please let me know.
All right, thank you. I think continuing things the way they are is okay. And this time, your cousin will be there as well, right? So please don't feel as though you need to ask me before going ahead with the plans.
Thank you very much. I'm really looking forward to this. I hope that this will really improve everyone within the company.
Right now I'm having a look at everyone coming to the meeting. This Fred Sanders is your cousin, correct? I need to make sure to go greet him myself.
And that would make myself and Fred very happy. Fred respects you very much, and that's why he would really like to work a long time within your company.
No, that's great to hear and all, but he has to bring the right tools to the table and show me that he's willing to work.
Of course! But you said it yourself that you're wanting to take some time and be back home with your family, correct? Back when you drank a bit at that party.
Well, that's the truth, actually. But for the time being, it'll be a distant hope of mine. Just know that I'm not going to be stepping down from my position.
That's great to hear. I know it's a troubling task to have to balance both work and home. And I'm still wondering if you've become more distant from your sister-in-law. I heard that things between you two have been rough.
Well, about that. She's planning to get married soon, but if I were to come to her wedding, she'd definitely cut ties with me. Well, her parents and my husband don't really mind that happening, though, and actually I think it'd be a good thing for us.
Huh? She's getting married now? I never thought someone with her personality would ever be able to land a man willing to tie the knot with her.
Actually, I was thinking the same thing. Crazy that there's someone in this world that actually likes her back. When she introduced him to the family, she spoke to me with such a terrible tone. But somehow that didn't seem to faze him at all.
That's wild. But the fact that he's willing to marry her is a great thing, and I'm thankful for that. She'll finally have something to keep her busy, like making a family with him. And that'll be the perfect time for you both to cut ties.
Right? And now that we're talking about it, there's something funny I've noticed. Regarding the people on this list, there's someone here that has the same name as her fiancé.
What? Are you sure? There's no way that could be a coincidence, right? Who is it?
A man by the name of Josh Flesher? I'm sure that it's just someone who happens to have the same name.
No, I think there's a real chance he is her fiancé. What will you do? If he is the real man.
Well, if that's actually the case, then I'll have a good laugh at first.
Well, it would be pretty funny if he's actually going to be marrying her. I want to believe it. The relationship being in close proximity to you would really be a game changer.
Sure would be. Well, I'll let you know if that's really him and what happens after. Make sure to hope for it, though.
Will do. I'll be going now.
Have a good day, and thank you. What? Have you really come to my wedding? What the hell do you think you're doing? I never even asked for you to be at this wedding. You can say that, but I'm still your family. And I'm not here today, though, to shove that in your face. In terms of why I'm actually here, it's only to see the wedding, and that's it. Do you not understand English or something? Why would I ever invite you to my wedding when you're just some old hag? For what reason did you really come today, Grandma? There's no seat for you here, so get out, please.
Hey, Heidi. I think I've had enough of you. You and I are done.
Huh? What are you talking about? Have you finally gone off the deep end, you rotten apple?
This is your husband, Josh. And I have come to see my CEO and speak with her. And while I was talking with her, you happened to send her some very inappropriate messages. And my CEO, Kelsey, was kind enough to show them all to me.
Huh? Wait, what are you saying? Is this really you, Josh? Why would you be using my sister-in-law's cell phone right now?
After seeing what you've been saying to her, I asked to borrow her phone so that I could speak with you. And from what I've seen come out of your deranged head, I want you to come and apologize to her right now.
Huh? And I have no idea what's going on right now. Can you tell me what's actually going on right now? Heidi, this is me again. I just got my phone back from Josh. I'll be explaining everything to you now. What the hell are you talking about? Why are you and Josh acting like you know one another so well? Well, the company that Josh was accepted into happens to be the company that I run. Huh? You're kidding me, right? Wait, you've been a CEO? For real? And it makes sense that you're only learning about that now. Back when I'd gone to your parents' house to introduce myself and tell you all my career, you spilled hot tea all over my lap and then ran off. And you were never then able to hear about who I am and what I do. Well, I'm sure that something like that happened a while back. Wait, you haven't actually been showing Josh everything I've sent to you, right? Oh, I have been. Right now he's standing next to me, looking like a ghost after all he's read. I've heard from him that you talked all sorts of trash about me before to him and that you planned on cutting ties to me after the wedding, right? I did. Well, don't worry, because that's what I'm planning to do as well. So hey, let's cut all ties right now. I feel that at the point we're at now, that's really the only option. Well, that's fine by me. But that also means you'll be divorcing my brother right now, right? Nope. I've been having a wonderful time being your brother's wife. We would never think of splitting up just to please his bratty little sister. Really, we're just going to be cutting ties with you. Huh? I'm not okay with that now, actually. I meant that you leave my whole family when I said I'd cut ties with you. But in your case, you'll be out of your family's house once you're married. The only one getting kicked out of the family will be you, right? Why would I? Shut up, you old outsider. You really can't stop talking. Well, don't worry, because I've thought about that as well. If you're going to keep trying to stay around my family, then I'm going to cut ties with your husband as well and fire him from the company. Huh? Wait, why? That has nothing to do with us, right? Oh, it has a whole lot to do with us. Your husband is going to be working for me. You wouldn't want that, right? That and this are two completely separate topics, though. Josh is so happy to have a job there right now. He is going to have a really good salary there, and I'll be able to become his housewife soon as well. Our marriage will be perfect as long as he has that job. That sounds too good to be true, don't you think? I'd really want to cut ties with me, but you also want your husband to work for me? But if he continues to work there for you, you'll one day give him your role and he'll get the company, right? So I think we can stay a family for a little while longer. What? Who do you think you are? You've told me so many times that you hate me. And after the amount of times I've had to deal with you, why would I ever make your husband the next CEO, allowing you to have a wonderful life? I get it. I don't want things to get out of hand. You're more than welcome to be at the wedding today, but just make sure to make Josh the next CEO. Hold on, what are you talking about, Heidi? You're asking for him to be the next CEO when I'm considering having him fired right now? You know that after this, you and I will never see one another again. So you should be happy that I'm covering all my bases. But that's taking things way too far. What did Josh ever do to deserve this? He married someone like you, is what he did. He doesn't seem to be smart enough to choose a good wife for himself. Do you think you can live a happy life married to him after this? There's no way you can do that. There's always the possibility that if you were to divorce Josh and come to me right now asking for forgiveness on your hands and knees, I let him keep his job. But just a second ago, you made it seem pretty clear that you would be fine without me around. Well, it doesn't matter now because I've already made up my mind to cut ties with you. So I don't care what happens to you both. You're kidding me, right? I was so happy to finally have the chance to be a housewife. Oh, my life is going to be ruined. Well, that's all thanks to your horrific attitude. Right now, Josh is pretty furious with you. I think by the way he's talking about you, your marriage to him won't last much longer. Your time is fleeting away very quickly, so you'd better get to work on changing your personality and making things right with him. After that, Josh was like a ticking time bomb ready to blow at any moment, and he called for Heidi to come and see him. And just as she walked up to him, he punched her square in the face, and things had become a whole lot more severe. This wasn't any small punch either, and it ended up giving her an instant black eye. And she was on the ground cold for a minute at least. And before Josh could do anything else, there were men that rushed to restrain him and keep him from doing any more harm to himself or her. The police were called to the wedding, where they ended up taking the both of them into custody as they needed to question the both of them on what had been going on inside their heads. And following this, their marriage went down the drain in no time. Of course, everyone in the family was also fed up with Heidi, and as she sat there playing the victim and asking for help, they all left and cut ties with her. But I'm sure that she'll be getting the help she needs in no time while she's in court having to fight Josh over what had happened to her and what had caused him to do such a thing. You can really only call this justice served after the way her ego got the best of her and made her say and do terrible things to Kelsey. And I'm sure that wherever Kelsey is now and whatever she's doing at this point, she'll be laughing for days to come about how Heidi ended up laying flat on the ground after all she'd done. Let's just all hope that she'll never have to see Heidi again, and that wherever Heidi's poor choices lead her, they don't lead her right back to Kelsey.